the address of this place that he had purchased to share with this backwoods bitch, 9 miles from my house in Livingston. And they're living the high life. I went to the house, a beautiful house with a 3-car garage. I was cupping my eyes at every window. Oh, okay, not my house. But this is a good come up for a 32-year-old woman who's been involved with my husband for over 10 years.
A few months ago, Wendy Williams' ex Kevin Hunter claimed that he could not pay his bills and is facing home foreclosure after the star stopped paying alimony payments. Now, the former 2-decade-long husband to the former talk show host is doing everything he can to swindle money from Wendy. In a shocking court filing seen by our sources, Wendy's ex claimed his monthly payments, which were made by the star as agreed to in their divorce, suddenly stopped in February 2022. Kevin asked that the court order Wendy's guardian to make payments as contractually required, but the former DJ is taking none of that. So, what really happened between Wendy and Kevin? And did the courts make a decision? Let's find out. In the early days of 2022, it was exclusively reported that 58-year-old Wendy Williams was placed in financial guardianship. In his filing, Wendy's ex-husband Kevin Hunter told the court that he 100% depends on the payments the former talk show host used to channel to him, which were agreed to in their marital settlement agreement. To live, I have fallen behind on most of my bills. I currently live in a community that requires payments to the Homeowners Association, and I'm behind on that bill. If the Homeowners Association fees are not paid, a foreclosure will soon follow, Kevin said in his pleading to the court about the home he shares with his mistress and their love child. My car insurance hasn't been paid as a result of not receiving monthly severance payments. I'm behind on credit card payments because I have no money since the severance payments were suspended, Kevin continued in his filing. My life has been greatly affected since the plaintiff stopped making payments under our settlement agreement, Wendy's ex-husband lamented. On top of the myriad of pressing financial matters Wendy's ex claimed he was facing, he also alleged that he doesn't have health insurance. The father of 2 claimed that he needs hip surgery, which he can't afford without insurance, and as a result of non-treatment. He lives with daily pain. The fact that I am unable to sustain my life and pay my bills in order is extremely emergent to me. I cannot pay my bills and sustain my day-to-day living. Kevin also argued he was never given any reason by Wendy's guardian as to why the payments had ceased in the first place. In pushing back on Kevin's demand for payment, it was revealed late last year that the ex-TV host's attorney filed that the star has not had income from the Wendy Williams show since October of 2021, just 1 month into what would be an entire season of the show going on in her absence. On October 15, 2021, plaintiff was informed by Talk WW that her contract was being suspended and that no compensation shall accrue or be payable to the plaintiff for the duration of the plaintiff's disability and incapacity. Wendy's attorney wrote. The former talk show host's attorney went on to cite the divorce settlement agreement she and Kevin signed back in January 2020. If, for any reason, plaintiff's contract with Talk WW is not renewed or is otherwise suspended, canceled, or terminated and plaintiff does not have any other television show being aired and paying her an equivalent salary, defendant understands and agrees that all severance payments shall be subject to either termination or modification, Wendy's attorney said in citing the ex's agreement. Wendy's attorney continued that her client has not received a salary from Talk WW since October of 2021 and that she presently has no other television show being aired and paying her any income, let alone an equivalent salary. Her absence from her show began in September at the start of her fall 2021 season. Days later, Wendy was hospitalized for a psychiatric evaluation. She was reportedly making $10 million a year or $55,000 an episode for the Wendy Williams show. Our sources exclusively reported that Wells Fargo froze her accounts in January 2022 over concerns that Wendy was of unsound mind, and the bank suspected financial exploitation, dementia, or undue influence. Months later, it was revealed in May that Wendy had subsequently been placed in a financial guardianship. The New Jersey native spent 2 months in a Malibu, California rehab treating severe alcoholism, sources alleged. The host, who had previously claimed she was sober, had a number of public incidents involving alcohol before she checked into rehab for severe alcoholism in August last year. Alcohol has been a real struggle for her over the past several years. She is battling severe alcohol abuse mixed with serious health issues, one insider close to the star claimed about her rehab stay. She was being treated for extreme alcohol abuse. She has had numerous doctors who have told her for years, if you drink, you'll die. She never really wanted to stop, and the people around her in New York allowed her to keep drinking. But despite all the issues surrounding her life, her ex-husband still believes Wendy is supposed to take care of his day-to-day needs. If you have been a fan of hers, you ought to have noticed that along with some absolutely bananas on-air moments, Wendy Williams has amassed quite an impressive net worth through her career as a television host and radio personality. Many sources put her net worth at a jaw-dropping $20 million, and that's probably the reason why Kevin is intent on having a piece of that. The star's larger-than-life personality translates directly into her lavish lifestyle choices. Wendy isn't afraid to splurge using her hard-earned money. From her collection of six-figure designer handbags to her extremely generous charitable donations, you will be filled with envy after learning how she spends her money. First of all, Wendy's closet is what dreams are made of. She's collected an array of insanely gorgeous and expensive designer handbags throughout the years, her most expensive being a black alligator skin Hermes Birkin. According to online sources, the bag retails for $225,000. She's a fan of Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Alexander McQueen, and Jimmy Choo, collecting numerous pieces from designers over the years. While there's no public record of exactly how much Wendy has spent on clothing, we can safely assume it's well over the $1 million mark considering her expensive taste. And Kevin wants that kind of life too, only that he wants what he hasn't worked for. Wendy and her husband had been together since before her success and had no prenup. So, when the star told fans she would be divorcing him, fans geared up for an intense battle over their finances. But things were split easily between the couple, with Kevin giving over any ownership of the Wendy Williams brand. They agreed to sell their California home and split the profit in their divorce. Wendy also paid Kevin $250,000 in alimony so he could find a place to live after the breakup. Despite their divorce, he's continued to be vocally supportive of his ex-wife and her career. Kevin, who shares son Kevin Hunter Jr., 21, with Wendy, co-created Wendy with his former wife but was fired from his role as an executive producer just 1 week after she filed for divorce in April 2019. I know the blood, sweat, and tears that went into making the show such a success, and I am not happy with the way the show is going out on a personal level, he said, and I am truly sorry that the show's fans have to see it go down the way that it is. Kevin sued Deborah Mercury for wrongful termination in March 2022. The civil lawsuit filed in New York City federal court claimed the production company had wrongfully fired him on the basis of his marital status to Wendy. Kevin, who is now living in Florida with fiancée Sharina Hudson, with whom he also shares a child, is seeking a monetary award of at least $7 million as well as punitive damages, lost wages, and legal fees, according to the court documents obtained by our sources. Kevin's demand for payment from Wendy is ridiculous, considering his infidelity is no secret. Their divorce came after Wendy discovered Kevin's secret love child. But Wendy revealed in her Lifetime television movie and documentary that it wasn't Kevin's first affair. She first learned of his cheating ways after giving birth to their son. The two met in 1994 while Wendy was hosting a kids' skating party in New York City. They fell in love quickly and, within months of dating, became pregnant with their first child. Unfortunately, Wendy would suffer a miscarriage at 5 months. The two married and became pregnant again. History would repeat itself, leading Williams to give birth to a stillborn daughter 5 months into her pregnancy. Her third pregnancy with Kevin would prove to be a success by Wendy remaining on bed rest throughout the entire duration. Their son, Kevin Jr., was born in 2000, but just 2 months into motherhood, Wendy discovered Kevin had an affair. The broadcaster says she forgave the father of his child for the sake of their family and because she truly loved him. But despite Wendy forgiving Kevin, his cheating ways did not stop. She told Billy Bush in a recent interview that his ex-husband cheated throughout their marriage. She discovered Kevin's long-term mistress was pregnant with his child after hiring a private investigator. Wendy eventually gave up the fight, blasted her husband, and filed for divorce. Netizens also stood with her, with thousands supporting her move to dump her toxic, cheating, melodramatic husband of hers. One user wrote, "Wendy Williams' ex-husband cheated, she found out, and was willing to allow it as long as there wasn't a child. He continued fucking around, and when he got the mistress pregnant, Wendy filed for a divorce. The day he got served with the divorce papers, Wendy also fired him as her manager. Part of the settlement involved alimony, which Wendy was supposed to pay. Kevin audaciously asked for child support, wild, considering the only son he has with Wendy is a grown man. Wendy didn't have a problem paying the alimony considering Kevin had helped build her career as her manager anyway." Another user also weighed in, posting, "Kevin Hunter and Kevin Federline need to get jobs." While I guess some Kevins really aren't shit, with the user taking a dig at Britney Spears' husband as well. Whatever happens, it seems Wendy Williams' show is back, but this time a reality show featuring her ex-husband and his fiancée, with their health and financial troubles being the theme of the show. If you were in Wendy's shoes, what would you do? Let us know in the comments below. And that's it from us today. Until next time, bye.